Time is of the essence. We must assist our allies.
On to the 9th. Now before we begin, I would like to ask you this. What was your last Resident Evil games that you played? Doesn't matter whether it's the remake, the new ones, just name it in the comments. After Resident Evil Village, every gamers wanted to know what happened with Resident Evil 9. It has not been confirmed because so far what we know is two main characters are Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy. This is subject to change. So let's look into this news. The first one is from India Today Gaming, or gameplay expectation and post-release. There's also, it is believed that on Game Rant, this was 2 days ago, they are reusing the mold with one major advantage. Not sure what it is. Now this is setting 4 years after Resident Evil Village, and it takes us to the mysterious isolated island tied to the origins of Evelyn and the infamous mold. Fans can expect narrative-rich psychological tension with returning fan favorite Leon Kennedy and Jill Valentine. What's in store? Haunting location. Explore eerie forest, shadowy temple, abandoned hospital, and labyrinth caves. Personal state, Jill and Leon face the horrifying effects of being infected by the Megamycete, leading to nightmarish hallucination that blur the lines between reality and terror. The saga's endgame, the story premise to tie in the Mold Saga, climactic conclusion. Yeah, they didn't exactly explain it. Now, let's see the rumor cast. So far we confirmed these two. Chris Redfield, Barry Burton offering support via radio. These classic heroes bring those dose of nostalgic new threats. Mr. Simon, a mastermind behind bioweapon production. The Goatman, relentless stalker enemy who could rival the fear factor of Nemesis and Mr. X. Gameplay expectation. Survival horror meets open world exploration. Capcom is rumored to integrate semi-open world mechanics, drawing inspiration from Dragon's Dogma 2. This means larger, interconnected maps that blend exploration with the franchise signature claustrophobic tension atmosphere. Evolved zombie, think melee weapons and unpredictable behavior. They're not just shambling, they're strategizing. Stalker enemy, heart-pounding chassis are back, with enemies like the Goatman keeping you on the edge. Tense atmosphere, a mix of psychological and survival horror with an emphasis on resource management and environmental storytelling. Why does this game feel massive? Now, Capcom reportedly pouring its big budget ever into Resident Evil 9 with 6 years in development. The game is shaping up to be the most ambitious in the franchise history. Graphics, expect stunning visuals and hyper-realistic environment and character models. Level design, intricate layouts for both open and confined spaces. Storyline or storytelling, a deep interconnected narrative to immerse fans old and new. Hopefully they can keep that way. Now let's see this. Post-release possibility. The nightmare won't end. Now, Capcom has a history of keeping Resident Evil games alive post-launch content. Here's what might follow. Multiplayer expansion, enhanced co-op, gameplay, and fresh multiplayer modes could broaden the audience. DLC content, additional story chapters might explore backstories of supporting characters or reveal more about the Mold Saga. Cultural impact, beloved characters and high-quality action could lead to spin-off and merchandise or even more film TV adaptation. So about the island part, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think they're going to take inspiration from Death Island and Code Veronica, which I'm certain they're going to reference it. Because if you don't know, in the village, there is a lot of references with Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 4. You guys don't know, Heisenberg says he's going to knock out that boulder-punching a-hole, and that is a reference to Resident Evil 5. And there's also a reference from Resident Evil 4 of the Merchant. Now, I don't know how they're going to do this, because remember, an island somewhere in the Pacific, which, according to this, I mean, the only place I know that is at least similar with shrines and everything. I believe it says shrine. The only place that's better is either south of the Philippines or perhaps Solomon Islands, but I don't think Solomon Islands will be there. It could be either the Philippines or Taiwan, because remember, shrines and caves, so we don't know where. Now there are a few things that we don't know, like say Claire Redfield, Ada Wong. Hopefully Capcom will at least tell the backstories or perhaps mention Chris or perhaps what Jill and Leon were doing in the past. Perhaps they will have an interaction, what they are being doing, because we don't know what happened after that. Because so far we know that Chris Redfield still alive, running what's called the Neo Umbrella or the Blue Umbrella, whatever it is. Other characters like Leon Kennedy, Ada Wong, Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, we haven't heard anything until Resident Evil 9, of course. I'm certain some of you have played Resident Evil 7 and 8. I know some of you couldn't find it, couldn't find any mention of it. Now, when is it coming out? I'm not certain of this because remember, 6 years in development and it's getting worrisome. But let us cross our fingers that they deliver us. And after that, it's still unconfirmed, but even they do, or perhaps if they don't, they'll wrap it up. If they do, probably use another character. Hopefully, it could be better and not any woke, which I hope it won't. That is neither here nor there.
Your might on the battlefield proved most impressive. With a little more training, you will be right up there with me in no time.
Leave a like and subscribe. If you want any woke or anti-woke detected, you can visit my second channel up here or link in the description.